Hey guys, it's Christina George from Paranormal Connections. I am just signing in. I've been away for the past few days and have not been able to really do the updates. Just been really busy. So I wanted to do one real quick before I head out. So I'm going to wait for a few people to get here. Hey Norman, how are you doing? Hold on. Hey Leo. Let me do this real quick. All right. Hey Lee, how you doing? Hey Scotty, good to see you. Haven't seen you for a while. Hey Paula. Hey Carol, how you doing? Okay, so got a few people here. I guess more people come as we go. Let me get into another page so I can see the comments. Alrighty. All right, so hopefully I can keep up on the comments, see how they go. So like I said, I'm here just to do a little update real quick before I head out tonight. I have a bachelorette party that I'm going to be going to, and should be a lot of fun. And no, I'm not the bride. I'm just going to help out with the party. So it should be a lot of fun. But before I did that, I wanted to let people know. I want to give some updates on different things that have been going on with the precog dreams. So I know, as I said before, that I was seeing something hit in between the 5 and 7 range in the Los Angeles area, actually hit off of the coastline out there, but they're still shaking. And from what my precog dreams are showing, that dropped off, but now I'm getting multiple earthquakes all up along the West Coast. So that means if you're in Washington, if you're in Oregon, if you're in the Bay Area of Northern California, like San Francisco area, up into Los Angeles, San Diego, all the way up into Mexico, be prepared, because I think we're going to start seeing a lot more 5 and aboves from what I'm being shown. So also, I was talking a while back ago about, so many things come in these dreams that it's very hard at times to be able to really pick up and know what's going to happen and when. Sometimes it happens within a few days. Sometimes it's a few weeks. Sometimes a few months. It really depends. Hey everyone. Hey Sparky. Hey Carrie. Nice to see everybody. So as far as earthquakes go, that's what I'm seeing. And I'm really feel that a lot of this is being created by the earthquake swarms that we're having up at Yellowstone, putting a lot of pressure. And then again, that 8.1 that I forecast for Mexico hit at the same time as the solar flare. So again, we've got a lot of pressure that's kind of colliding, and that actually moved underneath where the areas go back and forth, 32 feet. So again, there's a lot going on. So again, we need to be aware of those areas. Also, I had talked maybe a couple months ago about we were going to start seeing some very crazy mudslides, landslides. Now, I still foresee that, especially in the really burnt areas. Like, we're going to start seeing a lot of that as the winter comes, maybe even the fall as well. But somebody sent me a video from Indonesia the other day of a mountain slide that just came down and went through this little rural area, and it was crazy. I'd never seen anything like it. It looked like lava coming down, but it was very slow moving. It was knocking everything down, but it was actually the mountainside. So again, so many of these things are happening. I do want to talk about the whole September 23rd thing. And hey, Spark, it's nice to see you. So if I see one more person post up the countdown to the September 23rd, it's going to drive me crazy. So for all of the Christians out there that believe this Christian numerologist that Planet X is not only going to show up on the 23rd, but it's going to collide with Earth and we're all going to be taken out. I don't know why you guys keep falling for this. I mean, just there every year there's a new Christian guy that's out there claiming that the world's going to end. We've seen it over and over and over, and it's absolutely ridiculous. I will tell you in my precog dreams, and everybody sees that follows me, how accurate they are. I have never, ever been shown anything that's going to be an extinction level event. Now, the whole Planet X Nibiru thing, could it possibly be real? Could it possibly be in our view in the future? Of course. But do I think that it's going to, hit Earth and destroy it? Nah, not so much. So on the 24th, I will do another live stream just to say hello to everybody who believe that bullshit. So hey guys, so Charlene is in there and she says that she's not hearing or seeing anything. Can everybody in chat just let me know if you're hearing and seeing me? Just give me like a yes or no or whatever. I want to make sure everybody's hearing this before I continue on. Okay, well, I'm not sure if people are able to hear me. So again, if you're listening, oh, Sparky says yes. Okay, so Charlene, I'm not sure what's going on. You might have to refresh or replay it. I'm not really sure. Thanks, Paul, and thanks, Sparky, for letting me know. Let's see, what else? So yeah, so I'm not saying don't worry about the end of the world. Now, there are a lot of changes coming, and there are going to still be a lot of things that happen, a lot of death. I mean, but it's what we deal with. But again, as far as, extinction level events, at this point, I don't. And believe me, if I was shown that I would let everybody know as well. I mean, I'm not a fearmonger. It's all about, respect, having people, have some insight and some time to be able to prepare. Again, if you live in California, this should be a no-brainer. You should have already a earthquake preparedness plan. Most people don't hear. Or even if they do, they think they'll have everything in their house. They've got food, they've got water. But again, people, earthquakes don't just hit at night when your family's all nice and safe together. They can hit at any time. So, what if you can't get back to your house with all of your rations? What's your plan? How are you going to get together with your family after, a big earthquake? Do you know what the kids' plan is at their school for an evacuation plan? Will they take them from the school? And if so, where would you need to go and pick them up? These are all things that you really, really need to think about. Hey, Renee. Let's see. Paul says, I see you don't turn around or you will see a shark. Yeah. I know there's no sharks here, so I'm not going to fall for that one. But, yeah, I would definitely not be here if that was the case. Carol says, I've been seeing YouTube videos regarding Trump being chosen by God. Oh, my God. Like, stop watching these dumb, or I'm not going to say stop watching. Stop believing this crap. I mean, you have to actually do some research out there. Just don't believe all of these YouTube channels. Like, some of these YouTube people out there are cuckoos. I mean, it's just like the same thing. There are so many people right now who are believing that, on the 23rd, we're all going to die. But yet they're still doing the same old thing. They're still going to their jobs. They're still, doing everything that they do. I mean, if we're going to die here around the corner, like, why would you be doing all that? You're not going to need money. You're not going to need anything. We're all going to be toast if that was the case. So you got to be careful what you read and what you believe on YouTube, on the internet, on any of these sites. You just, nowadays, you have to do some research, and you just have to really be able, the people that you trust that have a running record of being reputable and reliable. And many of these are not, so be careful of that. She's saying that she doesn't believe them. She's just mildly amused. There's so many. I don't have time for that crap, to be honest. Hey, Lorraine. Let's see. Paula says, watch out for Pennywise. Yeah, that would scare me right now more than a damn shark, I'd have to say. Hey, Michelle. Nice to see you. Hey, David. Hey, Lou. Nice to see you. Renee said, God would not choose an a-hole to lead the people. And everybody know I don't get into politics because, again, I get so tired of hearing people bitch and moan about Trump. Look, he's in there. That's the way it is. You can be mad. You can think he's not doing a good job. There have been quite a few presidents that have been pretty shitty. So it's nothing new. So what happens is in another 4 years, don't get him reelected. But all these people being mad all the time over things that they don't really understand, to me, is just absolutely crazy. So I don't do the whole politic thing. It's so much drama. There's so much negativity out on the internet right now and just in the air. I mean, people are scaring the hell out of themselves listening to these YouTube videos about end times. To me, it's just absolute craziness. And people are so angry. Everybody, wants to be against each other. I mean, I'll tell you, just by putting up my precog dreams. Now, again, I've been doing these videos because I was really worried. A lot of this stuff that was going on was happening. I was being shown was going to happen in locations where I have family, friends, things like that. So I really took an interest, especially the earthquakes, stuff like that. But everything that I have put out has come to be within a couple days to a couple weeks, and it continues to happen. And I found out that the paranormal is not so happy about this. And I had I'm going to say, well, it's a group of women who are in a group who I became, I've been friends with them online for a few years. I met them at a conference one time and they've followed me. But I guess now, they believe after all these years that there's some kind of committee on how to behave in the paranormal, and they don't feel that I am the right person to be out here like this. And the fact that this doesn't, they say, has nothing to do with the paranormal. I'm out there fear-mongering, trying to scare people that none of this information I'm giving is true. And then when it happens, it's like, oh, you're guessing well. So it literally became an outright attack on me. And this group said that they were going to make sure that I would never be in the paranormal again. They would ruin me and my network, and I would no longer have any shows. And all I can say is, good luck. Good luck trying. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere, whether the paranormal wants me, whether ufology wants me, cryptozoology. Doesn't make any difference. I don't do what I do for any one group. I don't do what I do for any one person. I do what I do to help other people. Now, if people in the paranormal field or ufology, because with my shows and my life, all of this intertwines. So it's not separate to me. So I do what I do. And to be bashed because of it, and to be told that, this little group's going to kick me out of the paranormal, I actually find it pretty funny sometimes, that people think that, oh, they're going to stop me. How are you going to stop me? Are you going to be able to get me kicked off my network? Probably not, since both of my shows are in the top shows at the network. Really don't think that's going to happen. But even if you could do that, I have YouTube channels. I have a good social media following. There's still plenty of ways to get the information out. Do you think that you're going to stop me from speaking at conferences? Maybe. Maybe people listen to you and they won't want me there. But again, is that going to stop me? I can reach so many more people just going online than I ever can going and speaking at a conference or even covering it for my show. So the fact that these women are so intent on trying to push me out of the paranormal really is kind of funny. 50 years old, I don't really do well with people trying to bully me. Doesn't go well with me. So we will see how that all plays out. Hey, Marie, nice to see you. See. Hey, Chad, nice to see you too. I can't see if there's questions coming up, unfortunately. Renee says, what if they told you to stay away from hanging out with a reptilian? Ah, well, you know, that's never worked, so we don't have to worry about that. Lou says, groups of women don't scare me. It's groups of monkeys that scare me. I'm more scared of monkeys than I think women, too. Marie says, you go, girl. We appreciate you do this because it takes guts to do it. And she says, every time everyone hates Kim Kardashian and she makes billions a year. More haters you have in the Kardashian league, laugh all the way to the bank. You know, and the thing is, though, is that I don't even do this for my, oh my gosh. Can everybody see me? Because on the other feed, it is like all messed up, and on my live feed, it looks absolutely fine. So if you guys can tell me, are you guys seeing, or is it all blurry like I'm seeing online? This is so weird. Okay, so hey Bradley, he said yes, you can see. Okay, perfect. So I just want to make sure you guys can see me, because on mine on the other feed, I can't. It's all pixelated. I can't see anything. So I just want to make sure you guys can see me. Hey Kelly, nice to see you. Hey Angel. Lorraine says it's a little blur. It might be. Lou says he sees me clear as day. Perfect. So you guys are. Thank you so much. Kelly says it's blurry on my end, but I can see. I mean, I don't know. Hold on. Maybe that helps. Maybe it's my camera. I don't know. I'm inside the house, so the lighting, that might have something to do with it as well. Okay, so most people are saying that they can see me well. Hey, Angel, nice to see you. Kelly says it's better. Huh? Might have just been my camera. Okay, so what else do I need to talk about? I'm trying to think. There's definitely more volcanic eruptions that are coming. That I know. I've been shown that over and over. I also see a mixture of coming that is going to be not only some actual terrorist attacks, but there's going to be a lot of false flags sprinkled in amongst them. Hey, Pam, nice to see you. So that's going to be a little interesting how that plays out. Well, I'm just going to, I'll keep kind of vague on that. As things change, I will definitely let everybody know, but let's see. Do you dream most of your precog? The precogs are very different than dreams. I show up in a location. I'm shown almost like on a TV screen the information, and then once it's over, I end up back in my room. So although they call them precog dreams, they're precog premonitions. I mean, the information is very different than if I have a dream. And so information I might get during a dream state, that's a dream, I never really pay too much attention to, because for me, the precogs are very specific. I always go to the exact same place. So I never have to wonder, oh, is this a sign, or is this something I'm supposed to share? I absolutely know when these happen. And I used to have them very sporadically, but now I'm having them all the time. And as we see, things are happening back to back to back to back. So maybe that's why it's ramped up. It's a little hard, especially too, because I really don't get like a lot of sleep. It really affects me being an empath. Lou says very real, like living it. Oh, absolutely. And the thing is when they show me these things happening, it always has death and destruction, in it. And it leaves me feeling very drained, sometimes very, very emotional. I wouldn't want people to be cursed with it. I mean, my psychic abilities, I've always said, they're a blessing and they're a curse. And people really don't get this. I actually had somebody who reached out to me on social media as well. And he is actually seeing the angel of death prior to people around him dying. And he was wanting to come to me to enhance these abilities. And I kept thinking, why? And he thought that if, he could foretell, when death is going to happen, and that would somehow make his abilities better. And the thing is that, look, we all have psychic abilities, but you really, really, really want to be careful reactivating and opening those doors. Because once you open those doors, it's very hard to control without knowing somebody to help you. It also opens you up to a lot of attacks spiritually. And again, it can be very dangerous for your health. And a lot of people don't know this. So I tell, people all the time, like, be careful what you wish for. Why exactly would you want to open it up so that you can see, messenger of death more and understand it more? I mean, for me, I know sometimes, I've known when people are really sick or they're going to die. But again, I'm not, what are you going to do? I mean, with that information, are you going to go to the person and say, oh my gosh, I think that you're going to die here soon? I mean, hell no, you're not going to say that. Are you going to be able to change what's happening? Usually not. I mean, if you're seeing the messenger of death, it's a pretty damn good chance that person's time has come. I mean, we have to understand, if it's our time, it's our time. There is no interference that is going to be able to take place that is going to stop that. Now, if it's not your time, you're going to come back and you're going to end up with a near-death experience like I did. So, again, you have to be careful what you wish for. Bradley says, oops. Oh, I missed a thing. Beth, can you see loved ones that have passed on? For other people, I can't see them for myself. Lou says, Christina, I bet you'd be good at psychic spying. I could probably be a good spy, huh? Let's see. Marie says, you're so right. Not everyone wants to know what's happening, and then people get mad at us and blame us when we're just the messengers. Yeah. I mean, it's very strange again. I mean, first of all, like I said, with this group of hater women, first of all, I didn't know that I belonged to some, secret society or some committee in the paranormal where there's a code of conduct of what I can and cannot do. And if there was, I surely would not be part of it because, again, I don't really do well with people telling me what to do and what not to do in my own life. So I put out what I feel is right. Now, as many people will see, because a lot of people sometimes when I put this stuff out, are very glad to hear the information. Some of them are not so happy. I have had a whole lot of people get very upset with me about putting these precog dream updates out. I've just kind of come to grips with it. I mean, again, when I came out with my whole, I don't even want to say my whole experiences because there's been so many, but people think I'm crazy sometimes no matter what I do. So I really don't care at this point. But, for somebody to come and literally tell me they're going to purposely do what they can to try to ruin my my path here in the paranormal. Again, it doesn't make any difference because nobody can do that. Nobody can do that to me. The only person that would be able to do that is me. And that would be if I just said, you know what, screw it. I'm not going to do this anymore. People aren't listening, but that's not the case. And I know a lot of people are listening. I know even people that are on this stream right now have listened a lot to what has been going on and what I've said. So if these girls want to come for me, by all means, come and get me. Come and try. Do your best. But believe me, there are consequences and karma for everything that you do. So again, you would think that these women, people make it seem like I am some huge person in the paranormal, so that what I'm doing is going to hurt the paranormal. Like I am so far not any, I do not consider myself any kind of paranormal celebrity or anything else. I do what I do mostly behind the scenes. I help people out all the time, have been helping people for so many years. I don't do it to become famous. I don't do it to make any money. I don't make any money off this. Everything that I do is based off of what I do and what I want to do. So for somebody to think that they can, bully me out of the paranormal, it's going to be pretty hard, my friends. And some real good ones have tried and not succeeded. So good luck to them. Let's see. Maria says, sounds like a veiled threat from a bunch of bullies who have nothing else to do. It's pretty much. I guess, it shouldn't even bother me, but there's certain times, and Renee and I were actually talking about it earlier today at our meeting for our network. And it really depends on the time and the energy. Like with all these precog dreams I've been having and being so drained, and I've just been working so hard, and I've got the 2 shows every week, just everything that's been going on. I really go through these times where I just have no time for the BS, none. And so that's exactly how I respond. And you never know what I may say, how I may feel. People deleted me and got mad the other day because I posted about the whole douchebag Zach Baggins show. I mean, anybody who knows me knows that I don't agree with him or his show. So yeah, I mean, do I piss people off by things I put up? Of course, but I kind of feel like, hey, we can agree to disagree. I'm not trying to tell people don't like him. I'm not trying to tell people don't watch him. I don't even tell investigators anymore what to do, because eventually if they use that show and they use those techniques, they usually end up going from an investigator to one of my clients. So because they've done something, they've provoked, they've used a Ouija board, they've done something, and it's opening something, and they don't know what they're dealing with, and all of a sudden they turn from investigator to client. So it's always interesting how it all works out. And again, I always feel like everybody's entitled to their own opinion. We don't have to agree, but I am completely within my right to post what I feel on my page. If you don't like it, you don't have to comment on it. And why people feel compelled sometimes that they feel like they have, if they tell me off or they don't agree with me or whatever, we can get into this big argument and debate. I don't have time for all that. We just have to agree to disagree. That's it. That's all. Let's see. Lou says, we are all here learning to live. That's right. That's right. So, and Robert says, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. I completely believe that. Hey, Diana. Hey, sweetie. How are you? Angel from the UK, she says, damn right, being shitty, get the hell off your page. Simple. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess it just bothers me that people don't, first of all, people think that these shows are real. Now, although they may include investigating in some cool locations that have activity, and maybe you get an EVP, like that's all fine and good, but the thing is it's all the bull crap that they put that is not real. And I know firsthand, I have firsthand knowledge that they do the takes over and over, especially his possession don't do with all real well with the fakery. I mean, you want to call people out for hurting the paranormal field. That's what's hurting our field. So again, you can find much better, things to watch of investigations of actual teams that are out there doing investigations live and live streaming it. I mean, that's very popular now. Diana says, are you in a hotel somewhere? Nope, I'm at home. I'm at home getting ready to go get ready and curl my hair because I've got a bachelorette party tonight. So maybe I'll do a live stream. It should be interesting. I'm just going to leave it at that. Should be an interesting night, but it should be a lot of fun. Let's see. Trying to think if there's anything else to update. If anybody has any questions, you can post it. Otherwise, I think I'm going to end this. I just pretty much wanted to give an update on the precogs and the September 23rd stuff. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need to update you guys on, but I think that's pretty much it. Beyond, Tammy says, Beyond Perception Investigation Society of the Haunted. 2 awesome groups to follow. Absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of good ones. Hey, Kenneth. Hey, nice to see you. Lou says, how do you recharge your energy? I have crystals. I do a lot of meditation. And that's one of the other issues as well, is that when I'm really drained or I'm really off-centered, the problem with me, because I'm sick, is I can't ground. So sometimes I can't meditate. So it makes it really, really hard for me. But, usually it'll pass away and pass in a few days and I'm able to get back to it. So everything works well. But all right, guys, I love you all. I'm so glad that you all came and joined me for a little while. Sorry, this one is short. I will do another one tomorrow. And again, keep an eye on my page. I'll be doing an update later tonight, live stream from the party. If you have any questions, you can always send me the messages or the questions on my private messenger or to the show page, whatever it is that you want to do. But I love you guys. Have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow or probably later tonight. Bye.